All right, let's talk about the song itself now and then, this track that has just been released. Um, it begins with a count off, which is interesting because the opening track to the Beatles' very first album, Please Please Me, released in 1963, features a similar count off, although it's much more energetic. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Paul at the beginning of I Saw Her Standing There. So the Beatles, you could say, burst onto the scene, with a count off, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of their greatest early songs, in my opinion, I Saw Her Standing There, begins. Their first album, Please Please Me, opens with I Saw Her Standing There. So there's precedent for this count off, which is nice. And then again in 1966, with the recording of Taxman, we hear George doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2. There's another count off. So I think it's appropriate that the last Beatles track, you got the first Beatles track. Arguably, there were some singles before that, but the first, the opening track to the debut album begins with a count off. Then, in their heyday, they begin their psychedelic period with Revolver, and the first track on Revolver is Taxman. That also has a count off, and then the last Beatles song, so called, also has a count off. It's kind of an old man's count off. It's a 1, 2, 3, and then it just sort of fades out. So it's interesting. I think they're alluding to their past. There's some self-referential signification going on there, which I don't disapprove of. I like it.